So I started rewatching every single MCU movie to prepare for Avengers Doomsday, so here's my pre-ranking of every single MCU movie. This movie introduced so many different characters. I care about zero of them. The movie was very boring, very forgettable, and the one good thing about it was the Celestials, and even then, they were just kind of cool, I guess. I remember none of this movie other than me just feeling absolute dread and pain watching it. When people think of why the MCU sucked, they instantly think of this movie. And I can't blame him. I feel like a 5-year-old wrote this movie, and the funny thing is, even the director admitted that the movie sucked, so yeah. Literally everything I said about Thor Love and Thunder can be applied here, but at least MODOK's funny. The final fight with Iron Man and War Machine taking out Whiplash is the only good part about this movie, and the only part I can really remember. Best thing this movie did was introduce us to Ghost, and even then, she was kind of a fine character in this movie. Thank you, Thunderbolts, for making me love her. Do I remember any of this movie? No. Will it go here because of that? Yes. Easily one of the most overrated MCU movies ever, and probably the second most overrated Spider-Man movie. Probably the most mediocre movie on this list. Now, I like the Hulk fight at the end, and there were 0 bad posters for this movie, I just realized, but, overall, I was very excited for me to be very disappointed. I remember I liked it, but that's all I really remember, so it's gonna go here. This movie isn't even bad, guys. Yes, Taskmaster sucked. Yes, the CGI was terrible. Yes, it should have come out earlier. But, ignore those problems, and you have a pretty good movie. Yelena and Red Guardian were introduced. They're great. I really like Scarlett Johansson in this movie. I like most of the stuff in this movie, other than those 3 things I mentioned earlier. It isn't that bad. Literally the same thing that I said about Captain Marvel can be applied here. I remember liking it, but I remember nothing else about this movie. I remember it wasting the Illuminati, and but it was still better than the first Doctor Strange. That's basically all I remember about this. I've watched this movie 3 times this year, and honestly, I don't know why. It's a good movie, and I like it, but it's not great, I recently found out that most people don't like this movie, and honestly, I have no idea how. I really like this movie. Stupid clanker movie! Okay, now to be fair, literally the exact same thing I said about the first Thor movie. I like this movie. They might have a clanker in it, but I like it. Feels a bit too much like an MCU movie rather than a Spider-Man movie, if you know what I mean. But, I still like it. I think it's still a good movie. I really loved this movie when it first came out. But now that the dust has settled, I'm like, yeah, it's a pretty good movie. No, it's a really good movie, but, definitely not one of the best MCU movies. I feel like they should have brought back the 10 Rings a little bit sooner before this movie to give us a refresher. But, yeah, I really love this movie, and I love Shang-Chi, and I hope to see more of him in the future. A little bit too grounded for my taste, but, I can excuse it because it's the start of the whole MCU. Plus, this is just such a legendary movie. Legendary characters, legendary, just, the entire movie is just absolutely legendary, except for, the villain. I really, really love this movie. I think it's a teensy bit overrated, but, again, I still really love this movie. It's really good. This movie's really underrated. I don't see people talking about this movie a lot. It introduced my personal favorite MCU character, Bucky. It introduced Captain America. This is, the start of the whole thing, excluding Eyes of Wakanda. But, yeah, I really love this movie. This movie's been getting a lot of hate recently. And do I fall into the hate? Absolutely not. This movie is still amazing. Fun fact, this is the first MCU movie I actually ever watched. Yes, I watched it before the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I don't care. 7-year-old me really wanted to see it. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. This movie is absolutely amazing. I don't understand some people who are like, oh, it's not great. I really, really love this movie. My biggest problem with this movie is that they should not have killed off Hela. She's one of my favorite MCU villains. And as for the rest of the movie, yeah, this movie's amazing. And definitely earns a spot in the top 10. Leading up to this movie, I really did not care to watch this movie. But then trailers started coming out. I'm like, okay, this actually looks pretty good. Then the movie finally came out. I'm like, oh, this is easily one of the best MCU movies. And can you blame me? This is the 3rd best movie that they made post-Endgame. But you know what movie I love even more? Ballin'. Yeah, no, this movie's amazing. Fantastic Four. They're easily my favorite Marvel team, or superhero team, I should say. I love the chemistry in this movie. I think it's a little bit better than Thunderbolts. But still not the best thing that the MCU's done post-Endgame. While the Fantastic Four is my favorite superhero team, my favorite MCU team is definitely the Guardians of the Galaxy, and this kickstarted these literally unknown characters and turned them into household names. James Gunn, thank you for making this movie. This movie is a masterpiece. Avengers 2.5, baby. Absolutely flawless movie. The one reason why it's not top 5 is because I like literally every other movie a little bit more than this, but literally that's the only reason. All these movies are easy 10 out of 10s. And for the record, I'm Team Iron Man. I'm 100% pro Sokovia Accords. It's the best thing Marvel did post-Endgame. Are you surprised? No, didn't think so. This is easily one of the top 5 best MCU movies. Rocket is just such a beautiful character. Everything about this is just perfect. Again, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. This is a beautiful movie. This is easily one of the best. This is the highest rated MCU movie, I think, on Rotten Tomatoes, and yeah, no, I 100% see why. I just like 3 more movies a tiny bit better. Bucky Barnes peaked here. Oh my gosh, this movie is just absolute perfection. Some people say it's the best MCU movie. I can 100% see why, but I like 2 tiny bit more. This is the end to the greatest achievement in Hollywood history and cinema history, possibly. This is just, I love everything about this movie, other than Hulk. But, you know, really, I feel like he was done good in this movie. He just overstayed his welcome, is all. So, yeah, I love this movie. But yeah, Infinity War is better. Does that automatically make Avengers Endgame terrible? Absolutely not. This movie is, you know, still a masterpiece, still one of my top 10, top 5 favorite movies of all time. I think you can all know and see why. Do y'all remember the amount of hype that Endgame had? Like, I remember when Endgame came out, my teacher, I was in, like, 4th grade, my teacher literally told the entire class, if you talk even a little bit about Endgame, you will lose your recess. Like, even then, that was, like, you know, insane at that age, obviously. Like, I remember, like, Endgame was... Nothing will ever be Endgame levels of hype ever again, I don't think. Like, people are saying, oh, Wicked 2 is... No, it's not. That's just one sequel. This is 11 years to a conclusion of an amazing story, plus, you know, Wicked for Good. We know what's going to happen if you watch the Broadway musical. And this, there's no comics for Endgame. So, yeah. The Endgame hype was, like, the most insane time in cinema history. I remember literally everyone wanted to see it. It made over $1 billion on opening weekend. That is unheard of for literally anything. So, yeah, there's my pre-ranking for every single MCU movie. Obviously, I'm on a mission to rewatch all of them. I started rewatching Iron Man a little bit. I think it's... I mean, you saw my review. So, yeah, I will see you soon. Yes, I'm back, baby. So, yeah, see you soon. Bye.